So hey friends, I have been rehearsing for my next keynote for over 100 days. It is 2:45 in the morning. We are going to set up these cones at Amazon third shift. And yesterday I created this crazy moment between third shift at Amazon, parenting kids and doing work for my clients, where I actually was able to sit down for about 2 hours and write this thing because I've been prepping it all in 15-minute gaps at Amazon because entrepreneurship is crazy. And we're going to run it. We're going to run the first 10 minutes of a 30-minute keynote because I have to write the other 20 minutes. And we're going to do it from scratch while we set up our cones again so that it's safe because safety is important. So let's just do it. Bum, 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 bum. A shift in tone, not quite closure, but an indication to pay close attention. Nobody plans on hitting zero, and they definitely don't plan on hitting zero in a foreign country with 4 kids. Our family navigated 12 relocations over the course of 1 year to get to Japan. A 13th relocation after a messy exit from a decade-long career in surgical robotics at Johnson & Johnson to stay in Japan. And after only 7 months of all-in entrepreneurship, we faced an impossible 14th relocation when our revenue failed to exceed our high expat burn rate. I still admire the courage of my wife, who stood against me, helping me face the reality of either going bankrupt in Tokyo or navigating a scorched earth transition back to our hometown in Chicago. At a total loss, I remember asking Felicia, show me how the hell we moved to Chicago with no jobs, no cash flow, and no corporate relocation support. And in just 20 days, she showed me. We pulled our kids from international school midterm, which was brutal for them. We said goodbye to some of the most meaningful friendships we had ever made. Packed out our entire life in a shipping container sailing across the Pacific Ocean. And on Halloween Eve, I found myself on a failure plane to Chicago, surrounded by family, wondering what comes next. I want to establish that today isn't about me. It isn't even about you. It's about a female colorectal surgeon in Osaka who struggles to safely articulate and fire a powered stapler because it wasn't designed with her small hand size and grip strength in mind. It's about an 82-year-old Oba-chan, her grandmother, in Kyoto, coughing up blood on the table during a manual interventional bronchoscopy biopsy, too many words, as she navigates late-stage thoracic cancer and multiple comorbidities. It's about a veteran surgeon in Okayama who's failed to convert to a robotic surgical approach because its steep learning curve and unfamiliar instrumentation give him concerns about excessive blood loss in his liver procedures. It's about a 52-year-old husband and father in Nagano who hoped to wake up from anesthesia free from colorectal cancer. But after an 11-hour procedure plagued by complications, he discovered a stoma bag protruding out of his abdomen, forever altering the way he went to the restroom for the remainder of his life. It's about how far we're willing to go in order to hear the voice of marginalized clinicians and the patients they're so desperate to serve. It's about the risks we're willing to take to provide. It's about the risks we're willing to take in order to challenge the status quo and progress meaningful product innovation on their behalf. But most importantly, and selfishly, today provides me an opportunity to geek out about surgical robotics and all the wonderful ways we can cut people up and ideally put them back together. Pause to see if sarcasm hits well. I love that. So, let's sit up, take a deep breath, and let's get to work. Let's call some of this. I'm going to walk to one side of the stage. Bum, 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 bum. Awkward silence. It's okay. I know we just had lunch and you're tired. Let's see if the other side of the room's awake. The other side. Bum, 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 bum. Really have to hold it out. There we go. That's a good start. Let's do the whole room together. Minasama. Bum, 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 bum. Hopefully there's a little bit of reverb in the room, we'll see. What a beautiful harmony. A little pitchy in the back, but that's okay, we'll work on it. But it still brings me straight to the tissue lab, where I heard that tone tens of thousands of times, singing in sweet harmony with the sizzle of carotid arteries, jejunum, mesentery, and other bovine tissues. Now, I know some of you might think this is nasty, but every time I make Japanese curry from scratch, I break down about 3 kilograms of pork shoulder and sear it before braising it in a rich dashi for hours. For those of you unfamiliar with Japanese cuisine, a dashi is a broth made from shaved dried tuna flakes, bonito, to give the meat umami, or depth of flavor. And during that first stage of searing the pork shoulder, the smell of charred fat and muscle tissue also brings me back to the tissue lab. It's inevitable. So, if you're willing to indulge a pretentious engineer who's feeling a bit nostalgic about their time at J&J, what I'm about to show you is raw surgical footage. So if this kind of stuff grosses you out, then look away right now. And then there'll be a scene of it cutting through some tissue. It's a harmonic device. Pause for emphasis. This is one of my favorite instruments, the Harmonic Ace Plus 7. Roughly the width of a pencil, this tool can manipulate and cut different tissues with a high level of precision. In this hysterectomy, a large ligament is being transected to safely remove the cervix, a life-changing procedure. When I first saw this instrument, I was completely perplexed as to how it worked. Naturally, my curiosity got the best of me, and I began exploring this tech outside my normal day job. I sought wisdom from the engineering fellows who originally developed this technology. I went to the lab and started playing around with the power settings of a generator to see if I could get a harmonic to cook tissue in new ways. I fiddled, I tinkered, and I ultimately discovered that the Harmonic Ace Plus 7 is not like a guitar string. When you pluck a guitar string, it creates a distinct sound wave that vibrates at resonance. At Johnson & Johnson, we send a distinct sound wave through a long, thin titanium blade so the tip can vibrate at resonance like a guitar string. It's so cold. When you bring this blade tip in contact with tissue, the friction creates immense amounts of heat, so we can seal and cut tissue without bleeding. This is what excites me. And you'll see me dabbling with crazy technology is improving, or crazy technologies are transforming the standard of care in surgery. But you likely have questions. Joe, that vibrating stick is awesome, but what does it have to do with hitting zero in Japan as an entrepreneur? Or again, Joe, you promised robots, but what's up with this weird tone you keep making us sing? But I'm sure the majority of you are left deeply questioning, what's the recipe for my Japanese curry? So here it is, and I'll display QR code. There'll also probably be leads back to that. I haven't figured that out. Seriously, you can scan it. If you leave today with nothing else, learning nothing else, but having that recipe, then I'll know I changed your life forever. A shift, re-anchor the conversation. A shift in tone, not quite closure, but an indication to pay close attention. There's one more layer of engineering magic that makes harmonics sing. Let me show you. I'll play a clip of it cutting through tissue with the noise. The interplay between an electromechanical system, tissue variability, and a user's discretion, the surgeon, create many potential clinical failures. If a clinician believes they've completed a transection and opens the jaw prematurely while activated, the vascular structure could hemorrhage, leading to excessive blood loss outside the field of view or potentially death. If a clinician is overly conservative and continues to activate well beyond the completion of the transection, the vibrating titanium blade can eventually burn through a Teflon pad, making metal-on-metal contact with the clamp arm, and eventually leads to tips breaking off in the patient. That shift in tone here provides an indication for surgeons to pay close attention. It's not quite closure or completion of the cut, but it's almost there. And if you knew the sheer amount of hours, tissue transections necessary to train a neural network to predict that tone, you'd be humbled, as I was many times in the lab. But even with all that work, one finds out the tube wasn't good enough. Well, not good enough for some regions, like Japan. While many aspects of ACE plus 7 were informed by Japanese clinicians, such as its curved, tapered blade geometry for blunt dissection, Japanese surgeons weren't satisfied with its performance. Its disproportionate high bounce beats had run through failures from Japan. But why? But before we get there, let's lay out, look at the history of surgery. Yes, we're getting to routines. Awesome, 11 minutes. So about 10 minutes, the whole thing. It's pretty tight. It's interesting. It's just angle. It's entertaining. It's educational. It's honest and sarcastic and snarky. So I think it's a good start. I appreciate you, friends. You got 9 days. If you want to come hang out and see this thing live, I'm also doing a workshop on hitting zero. Got 13 people registered for that, which is crazy. And I'm going to go for a 5K walk with folks around Basel, Switzerland, or Basel. It's Basel. I got to retrain my brain. So all that said, friends, we just moved the cones. I got to jump back in and help us pick boxes because we're behind. And keep changing the world. I'll see you on the next one, all right?